Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another brand new video. In this video, I want to talk about why you should hold one Bitcoin forever. Just one single Bitcoin. Like if you guys are in fact holding a whole bunch of Bitcoins and you're thinking about taking profits, just make sure guys, okay, you don't sell all your Bitcoins, okay? At least just hold one single Bitcoin. Keep that one Bitcoin and just store it somewhere safe. Okay, I highly suggest something like a hard wallet, right? Store it in there and just forget about it, right? So in this video, I want to sort of talk about that. I've been making plenty of videos telling you guys, I'm begging you guys, right, to hold one for Bitcoin. I've been talking about this topic ever since I started my YouTube channel early of 2022, right? I've been talking about this topic for a fair bit. So in this video, I want to talk about that topic a bit more, okay? So there are in fact some great news today that I also want to talk about. It seems like another bank, okay, is in fact, buying Bitcoin as well, okay, becoming, Bitcoin crypto, pros, right? So I want to talk about it all in this video. So guys, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you guys have not yet already. I really would appreciate that. And let's begin with this video. So right now, Bitcoin is in fact continuing to hold $30,000. It is still in fact consolidating, even though yes, it is in fact having a slight drop compared to where it was yesterday. Yesterday it was in fact closer to $31,000. It was around 30,600, 30,700. Right now it's just hovering at 30,300. You guys can clearly see that. So yes, for the past few days, okay, Bitcoin has in fact been consolidating at $30,000. But it's great to see that Bitcoin is still holding up very well at 30K, right? I really do believe that this is in fact a support level right now for $30,000 for Bitcoin. Now, the markets is in fact dropping. You guys can clearly see for the past 24 hours, altcoins especially are in fact dropping as well slightly. Okay, it seems like Bitcoin Cash today is continuing to pump, and we have in fact been seeing Bitcoin Cash pump, for the past few weeks, right? Few days actually, right? So you guys can clearly see for the past 7 days, you guys can just clearly see how much Bitcoin Cash has in fact been pumping, and today it's up 15%, right? And overall the week, right, it was up it's up over 100% for the past 7 days. For the past week, it's up over 100%, 108%. Absolutely insane for Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash has in fact been pumping like crazy, 100%. And today it's pumping even more. Now it's back up over $200. I believe yesterday it was below $200, right? So at one point it was at $200, and then it went back down to like 190, right? 194, and now today it's bouncing back up over $200, $222. So that's absolutely amazing to see for Bitcoin Cash, right? But you also can clearly see other altcoins, not much movements today, right? Not much movements overall. The market is down 1.2%, so not much movements today. So we know, guys, why Bitcoin and crypto, are in fact pumping for the past few days now, okay? And the main reason here is because of BlackRock, pretty much, right? BlackRock filing for Bitcoin ETFs, and not just BlackRock, right, but also Fidelity. Okay, we know that happened a few days ago as well. So it seems like, you know, there's a lot of FOMO going on right now, okay, obviously, and there's a lot of heavy buying going on right now with Bitcoin. That's why we obviously have, in fact, been seeing Bitcoin pump massively, for the past few days, right? You guys can just clearly see that, right? We were, in fact, forming this sort of like downtrend for Bitcoin, right? And then Bitcoin just broke above it, which is absolutely very, very bullish. And you guys can just clearly see how strong these green candles are, right? So obviously, BlackRock filing for Bitcoin ETFs. I wouldn't have been surprised if BlackRock was actually buying Bitcoin when it was all the way down here. When it was at $15,000, $16,000, even $17,000. I wouldn't be surprised, right? But Bitcoin has in fact been pumping, right? And who knows that the reason why we saw Bitcoin pump this much is because someone was obviously buying a whole bunch of Bitcoin, so it could have been BlackRock, right? So just think about that, guys, right? Just think about that. And it seems like other institutions and like banks and all that are in fact planning on buying Bitcoin as well, or getting into crypto. Okay, and this just came in right now. Major news, right? Hong Kong's largest bank HSBC, to offer Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs to customers. This is absolutely insane, guys. Okay, and we know, okay, we all know how much China was against Bitcoin and crypto, right? We all know that, you know what I mean? And this is just absolutely amazing to see. Okay, one of the largest banks, in Hong Kong, HSBC, BC. I think that's a tongue twister for me, but enables Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs trading in Hong Kong. This is very, very bullish for crypto, and this is obviously going to give a spike for the next, the next bull market, right? This is going to for sure help the next bull market, right? To drive the crypto market to where it's going to be, you know what I mean, in the next bull market, right? So this is going to leave a spike for that. So this is very, very bullish news for sure. Okay, literally one of the largest banks in Hong Kong, okay, enables Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs, okay, HSBC. There we go, I said it right this time. And we know how much, right, China hated Bitcoin and crypto at one point. We all remember they actually banned it, right? But I think they unbanned it now. I'm not quite sure on that, right? But don't mark my words on that. I'm not really 100%. Maybe you guys can let me know in the comments down below if actually China is becoming, crypto pro, because it seems like it, right? It seems like it. They know, these institutions, right? They know, and banks, right? They know where Bitcoin is going to be heading. You know what I mean? In the future, long term. Okay, so just think about that, guys. Now, I've showed you guys this before in my previous video. I want to show you guys it again because it's pretty interesting, right? These are the addresses that are in fact holding 1 million Bitcoins, right? So 1 million whole coiners on the Bitcoin network. So you guys can clearly see that this has in fact obviously been rising over time, okay? Has been rising for the past few years. You guys can clearly see, especially previous months, how much it has gone up from 2022, late 2022 to early 2023, where we are right now. You guys can just clearly see how much this has spiked up. So it seems like a lot of addresses aren't like holding one full Bitcoin, which is absolutely amazing to see. And I've told you guys so many times, right? The reason why you should hold one full Bitcoin, okay, just one full Bitcoin, is because, if you're not wealthy right now, you don't have a lot of money, you want to be wealthy, you want to, become a millionaire in the future, just hold one full Bitcoin. For all the people out there that are wondering, how many Bitcoin should I hold to become wealthy in the future? One, right? Just one. I've been talking about this topic many times. You guys can literally go to my YouTube channel and see, right? Even in my early stages when I started this YouTube channel, although early of 2022, I've been talking about this topic many, many times on why you should hold one full Bitcoin, right? And obviously the reason is because we know Bitcoin, right? There's low supply and the demand will keep rising, right? The price over time will in fact keep rising. There's only 21 million Bitcoins in the world, no more, no less, right? We can't make any more or anything like that, right? Only 21 million, and there's estimated 8 billion people that live on Earth. Not even everyone can own a percentage of a Bitcoin. Just think about that, right? Now, let's put it in another perspective here. All the millionaires in the world, okay, estimated there's around over 60 million people that are in fact millionaires in the world. Not even all the millionaires can own one full Bitcoin. That's how scarce Bitcoin is, guys. And I really do believe Bitcoin is in fact the most scarce asset out there in the market, 100%. Okay, so just think about that. We know Bitcoin has stored value, so just think about it, right? The price will keep rising, and you guys can clearly see, right, these addresses that are in fact holding one full Bitcoin just keep rising over the years, and they're not selling. They're simply holding it for long term because they know where it's going to be heading. So once Bitcoin people keep accumulating and stacking to Bitcoin, if they don't sell, they just hodl it. Obviously, the price is going to keep rising and rising and rising, right? There's not enough Bitcoins to go around for everyone, right? So Markus Saylor is smart, right? Because we know Markus Saylor is obviously a Bitcoin maximus, and he is obviously stacking and accumulating Bitcoin, right? A whole bunch of it, right? We know that Markus Saylor is obviously the CEO of MicroStrategy, and MicroStrategy, right? They hold a whole bunch of Bitcoin, You know what I mean? A whole bunch of it, right? So it's not surprising, okay? But I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say here, okay? This is why you should hold one Bitcoin forever. Like if you want to take profits, okay, with Bitcoin, okay, sell some of your Bitcoins, but don't sell all of it, right? At least hold one. Hold one Bitcoin forever, guys. Trust me. Because in the years, the 2030, 2035, 2040, we will in fact see a $1 million Bitcoin, over $1 million Bitcoin. I really do believe, in the next 20 years, 30 years, 50 years even, Bitcoin's going to be worth millions of dollars per Bitcoin. So it's going to be harder to accumulate a Bitcoin, right? Buying one Bitcoin today is like buying pretty much one brand new car, like buying a brand new car pretty much, right? It's understandable why a lot of people out there can't afford it, right? If you're watching this video right now and you can't afford it, get a job. Try your best to get a job, even a second job. Do overtime. And with that paycheck, DCA into Bitcoin. Invest into Bitcoin. Not financial advice, guys, but just my personal opinion. I really do believe Bitcoin, okay, it's going to make a lot of people wealthy, 100%. Like what it's been doing for the past few years, it's going to continue to do that over the next few years, and it's going to make new billionaires, 100%, right? And I found this photo. It's pretty funny, you know what I mean? But it's true. It gives you a perspective of what it will be like to buy one full Bitcoin in the year 2050. Okay, so you guys can clearly see this picture. It's obviously the Joker. Okay, and this whole bunch of cash, well above $1 million, 100%. So this is what it's going to be like to buy one Bitcoin in 2050. It's going to be harder to accumulate one full Bitcoin, okay, compared to where it is now. Okay, buying one coin, like it says, like buying a brand new car, like a new Toyota or something like that, right? Not a fancy car, but buying a brand new car at least, right? $30,000. But it's possible, guys, right? When I first started investing into cryptocurrency and I wanted to, accumulate one full Bitcoin, that was literally my goal, right? When I first started investing into crypto, I wanted to own one full Bitcoin. I wanted to adopt one full coin. And once I did that, it took me like 6 months max, right? Because I kept DCAing into, Bitcoin, you know what I mean? Once I did that, it just got easier and easier and easier, right? Once I accumulated one full coin, it took me a couple of months, like I said, I just kept going. I went for two, I went for three, right? I just kept going, guys, right? So that should be your goal, guys. Your goal for this year in 2023, it's never too late, right? Is to buy as much Bitcoin as you possibly can. I don't care if it's $10 a week. That's still great. It's better than zero, right? I don't care if it's $50, $100, $1,000. Invest where you're comfortable losing. Okay, always invest where you're comfortable losing, guys. But try to have that goal of one Bitcoin, because trust me, it's going to be so much harder to accumulate one full Bitcoin in the next few years. And this photo just shows it, right? Buying one coin, one Bitcoin in 2050, right? Which is going to be the next, like, 20 years, 30 years. It's going to be so much harder. Okay, so just think about that, guys. Okay, it's easy now to accumulate one full Bitcoin. So yes, owning one full Bitcoin in the future, long term, will be extremely rare. Extremely rare. Okay, and obviously there's going to be a lot of Bitcoin billionaires, not millionaires, billionaires. Okay, now I want to show you guys this chart. Okay, so you guys can clearly see a new all-time high for 2024. I've been mentioning that many times. Okay, I think that's very, very possible that is the year that we will in fact see Bitcoin pretty much reach back up to its previous highs, which was 69K, and of course reach a new all-time high for 2024. So I've been mentioning this many times. This year alone in 2023, I do in fact see a 50K Bitcoin. And then 2024, the reason why I think Bitcoin will obviously reach a new all-time high and back to its previous all-time highs in that year is because of the halving, right? We know the halving event for Bitcoin will happen that year around April or May. Once that happens, we're going to see Bitcoin pump and it's going to reach a new all-time high, right? But I think it's going to be 100K. Okay, I don't think it's going to be $87,000. I think it's going to be way higher than that, right? And in 2025, you know what I mean? I see Bitcoin well above this level. Like this is nothing, you know what I mean? I think Bitcoin can easily go well above 150, 200, maybe even 250 and over 300K, right? In the next bull market. That's just my personal opinion. I think Bitcoin can go way higher than $110,000, right? Way higher. So time will tell, we will see, but that's that, right? just know it's all ups from here, guys. It's all ups up here. So it still gives us time to accumulate into Bitcoin at $30,000. Okay, but you better take action now because time is ticking. You know what I mean? You're soon enough, we're gonna see Bitcoin pump. So you better start stacking now, right? If you want to have that goal of owning one for Bitcoin, because trust me, like I said many times, it's gonna get harder and harder and harder, right, over time once the price keeps rising. Now, to end off this video, I want to give you guys a little update on the Bitcoin monthly returns. So far, June is still holding up very well, 10%. Yesterday was at 12%. It's slightly dropping because obviously Bitcoin is slightly dropping as well, but it's still in the greens. Okay, we're still, in June, a couple more days to July, but I think for sure 100% we're going to end off this month in the greens, which is amazing. But guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you guys have not yet already. I really would appreciate that. Let's get to 3,000 subscribers, and I'll catch you guys all in my next video. Have a blessed day, guys.